Ezri Konsa medical today. Arsenal closing in on £51 million defensive deal. Welcome back to Black Margot Media, the heartbeat of the game. Arsenal fans, this is a moment we've been waiting for. Ezri Konsa transfer saga has entered into the final stages. The agreement is in place. Personal terms have been agreed. Ezri Konsa is scheduled to undergo his medical today, Thursday, 20th August 2026. Those who have been following us, you should have got a here we go in my previous videos. For you who has not come across that video, who has missed the stats we gave you about Ezri Konsa, the reason that's why Arsenal went in for Ezri Konsa instead of Jules Kondi, Gerald Konsa, and all other players Arsenal was targeting. Maybe you have not subscribed. So what does this call for? Go and subscribe. Just write down this video, subscribe, like the video, and turn on the notification bell in order to receive the latest videos, updates, and the stories about football. So let's go back to Ezri Konsa. Ezri Konsa is scheduled to undergo his medicals today, which is a Thursday, 20th August 2026. The England international is on the verge of becoming Arsenal's player after the Gunners reached an agreement with Aston Villa worth around £51 million plus add-ons. According to reports from the Athletics, David Oysten, and other major football athletes, this is no longer a rumor. This is no longer Arsenal monitoring the situation. This transfer has reached a medical and final documentation stage. So today on Black Margot Media, we are breaking down everything. Why did Arsenal choose Konsa? What happened during today? What happens during today's medical? Can he play against Coventry? Remember, Arsenal is playing in tomorrow in their first game, the match opener. When could he make his Arsenal debut? And what does this signing mean for William Saliba, Julian Timber, Gabriel, and the rest of Arsenal's defense? This is the heartbeat of the game. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest news. Arsenal and Aston Villa have reached an agreement with Ezri Konsa. The reported package is about £51 million plus add-ons, and Sky Sports confirmed to us on Wednesday that Arsenal had agreed a deal with Aston Villa for the defender. ESPN has also reported an agreement in the region of £51 million, while the Telegraph reported that Konsa was expected to undergo his medical in North London on Thursday. This is a significant development because Arsenal had been pursuing a defensive reinforcement for weeks, and the Gunners initially faced resistance from Aston Villa. Villa valued the England international much higher. They valued him about £60 million, but Arsenal continued negotiations. Eventually, the two clubs found common ground, and now Konsa has said goodbyes to his Aston Villa teammates and staff. The next major step is medical, of course. Konsa's medical, which is today. What exactly happens today? Konsa is expected to undergo a series of medical examinations before the transfer can be formally completed. This is one of the most important stages of a major football transfer. Arsenal's medical team will assess his general physical conditions, previous injuries, muscular conditions, and other areas. relevant to the ability to perform at elite level. Remember, Arsenal are signing a defender for reportedly £51 million plus add-ons. They want to make absolutely certain that everything is in order before the final documents are signed. Reports from the Standard, Goal and Telegraph and SPN all point towards the medical taking place on Thursday, which is today. And that makes today extremely important, because if the medical is successfully completed, the remaining process is essentially the final paperwork and registration. But why does Arsenal need Konsa? Now let's talk about the reasons behind the transfer. Why Arsenal spent £50 million plus on Ezri Konsa. The answer is simple: defensive injuries. William Saliba is currently unavailable. Julian Timber is also dealing with injuries. So that left Mikel Arteta needing additional defensive security at the beginning of the season. And this is where Konsa becomes extremely valuable. He is not coming to Arsenal simply as a development project, no. He is an established Premier League defender. He has played at higher levels of English football for years. And he has Champions League experience. He has represented England, and he understands the demands of playing in higher defensive line. Arsenal need someone who can potentially step into the system immediately. So Konsa fits the description. So what does Konsa bring? Let's talk football now. Konsa is primarily a centre back, but he can also operate at right back. That versatility is extremely valuable for Arteta. Imagine Arsenal having an injury at centre back. Konsa can play centrally. So if Arsenal need another option at the right back, at the right side of the defense, Konsa can also perform there. That means Arteta isn't simply signing one position. He's adding flexibility to his defensive structure. And there is another important quality about this player: composure. Konsa is comfortable receiving possession. He can play passes from the back. He can help Arsenal build attacks. And he is extremely important because Arteta doesn't want defenders who simply win the ball and clear it. He wants defenders who can participate in possession structure. Konsa has experience doing that at Aston Villa. So, Konsa and Saliba. Now comes the question every Arsenal supporter is asking. What happens when William Saliba returns? Does Konsa become a backup? Does Konsa challenge Saliba? Does Gabriel become a player fighting for his position? The reality is that Arsenal need competition. So if Arsenal want to compete for Premier League and Champions League, Arteta cannot rely on just two centre-backs. He needs options. He needs rotations. He needs experienced players who can step in without dramatically changing the team's tactical structure. Konsa gives him exactly that. And competition can actually improve the squad, because players will fear to be benched. All players will play knowing that if I'm to miss out, I'll be left out. If I'm to make a mistake, I'll be left out. I'll play on bench. So Saliba knows he has to remain at his best. Gabriel knows he has competitions. Konsa knows he has to earn his place. That is what called a healthy competition. Can Konsa play against Coventry, which is a match to be played tomorrow? Now, here is an extremely interesting question. Arsenal begin their Premier League title defense against Coventry on Friday 21st of August, and Konsa's medical is taking place just a day before the match. So could Arsenal fans see him at the Emirates Stadium against Coventry City? This is where timing becomes crucial. One current report says Arsenal face a race to register Konsa in time for Friday's match, with the club needing to complete the formalities very quickly. But another report indicates that the transfer may not be completed in time for him to feature against Coventry. So at this stage, Arsenal fans should not assume Konsa will play tomorrow. This medical is only one step. So the perfect debut is Konsa versus Aston Villa, his former team. The second game Arsenal is going to play in. So Arsenal's next league fixture after Coventry is Aston Villa. That is the right debut for Konsa. So I want to thank you all for watching into this video. We have been talking about Konsa's medicals to be conducted today, and for those who are watching in for the first time, please endeavor to subscribe, like the video, and share. So like the video, subscribe to Black MARGOT Media, turn on the notification bell, and share this podcast with every Arsenal supporter. For breaking news, Premier League stories, match previews, and football analysis, you know where to find us. This is Black MARGOT Media, the heartbeat of the game. Keep following football, keep following the transfers, and keep following Black MARGOT Media, the heartbeat of the game. Thank you for watching. We are out.